NEC Article 820.100 addresses grounding between buildings for CATV systems. Article 820.100 covers metal interconnections. If buildings are interconnected by metal piping or other buried metal structures, a grounding conductor is not required between the grounding electrodes of the buildings. The metal interconnection itself can be used as the grounding conductor. This provision recognizes that a substantial metal connection between buildings provides a sufficient grounding path. Article 820.100b addresses situations where buildings are not interconnected by metal. In these cases, a grounding conductor must be run between the grounding electrodes of the buildings. The grounding conductor must be copper wire or cable no smaller than number 6 AWG. This requirement ensures a dedicated grounding path between the buildings when a natural metal interconnection does not exist. The purpose of these rules is to provide a low impedance path to ground for CATV systems, protecting equipment and personnel from electrical faults and surges. Proper grounding is essential for safety and signal integrity. When buildings are interconnected by metal, the metal provides the grounding path. When buildings are not interconnected by metal, a dedicated copper conductor is needed. The size of the copper conductor must be number 6 AWG or larger. The grounding conductor connects the grounding electrodes of the two buildings. The grounding electrode system can consist of various elements, such as ground rods, metal water pipes, or concrete encased electrodes. The grounding electrode system must meet the requirements of NEC Article 250. The connection to the grounding electrode system must be made in accordance with NEC requirements. The grounding conductor must be securely fastened and protected from physical damage. The grounding conductor must be accessible for inspection and testing. The grounding conductor must be continuous and without splices or joints. The grounding conductor must be installed in a neat and workmanlike manner. The grounding conductor must be identified as a grounding conductor. The grounding conductor must be connected to the CATV system grounding block. The CATV system grounding block must be listed for the purpose. The CATV system grounding block must be installed in a readily accessible location. The CATV system grounding block must be protected from physical damage. The CATV system grounding block must be connected to the building grounding electrode system. The connection to the building grounding electrode system must be made with a grounding electrode conductor. The grounding electrode conductor must be sized according to NEC Table 250.66. The grounding electrode conductor must be copper or other corrosion-resistant material. The grounding electrode conductor must be securely fastened and protected from physical damage. The grounding electrode conductor must be accessible for inspection and testing. The grounding electrode conductor must be continuous and without splices or joints. The grounding electrode conductor must be installed in a neat and workmanlike manner. The grounding electrode conductor must be identified as a grounding electrode conductor. The grounding electrode conductor must be connected to the building grounding electrode. The building grounding electrode must meet the requirements of NEC Article 250.52. The building grounding electrode can be a ground rod, a metal water pipe, or a concrete encased electrode. The building grounding electrode must be installed in accordance with NEC requirement. The building grounding electrode must be accessible for inspection and testing. The building grounding electrode must be protected from physical damage. The building grounding electrode must be properly maintained. The building grounding electrode must be tested periodically to ensure its effectiveness. The grounding system must be inspected and tested periodically. The grounding system must be properly maintained. The grounding system must be repaired if damaged. The grounding system must be replaced if it is no longer effective. The grounding system must be installed by a qualified electrician. The grounding system must be installed in accordance with all applicable codes and regulations. The grounding system must be approved by the local authority having jurisdiction. The grounding system must be properly documented. The documentation must include the location of the grounding electrodes, the size and type of grounding conductors, and the results of grounding tests. The documentation must be kept on file and made available for inspection. The grounding system is an important part of the electrical system. The grounding system protects people and equipment from electrical shock and damage. The grounding system helps to prevent fires and explosions. The grounding system helps to ensure the safe and reliable operation of electrical equipment. The grounding system is a critical safety feature. The grounding system should be properly installed and maintained. The grounding system should be inspected and tested periodically. The grounding system should be repaired or replaced if necessary. The grounding system should be installed by a qualified electrician. The grounding system should be installed in accordance with all applicable codes and regulations. The grounding system should be approved by the local authority having jurisdiction. The grounding system should be properly documented. The documentation should be kept on file and made available for inspection.